Hey guys, Dylan from Double Records coming at you with an update on the record label. As you guys know, I've talked about it in a few of my videos. We did start a record label, and I've just been working really hard trying to get some good things signed and some things in the works. And so right now we have 6 records that we have contracts for. There's some really good ones. Some of them I've announced, some of them I haven't. So I'm going to tell you what they all are in this video. Some of them are up on streaming already, and you can go ahead and start streaming them. I'll kind of explain the whole process to that. And some of them aren't, but we're working on it. So it's a complicated thing starting a record label, and I'm still learning and all that stuff. But we have test pressings for some, but all this stuff we're working on getting out within the next year. All these vinyl represses of this stuff. So I wanted to give you a little bit of an update, kind of let you know what's coming. And I know a lot of people are like, I want to support what you're doing. I want to help. How can I help? First off, before we get into all that, I'm going to show you what we have on our website right now, which we do. You guys know we do the exclusives. We just did the Samuel Prody, which this is an amazing record. We did an exclusive on this. It's called Violet Purple, but it has like a little tinge of red in there. It's a really beautiful color wax on there, but we did those. This is a record that I really highly recommend. I have this in my collection. I love it. They're very, very rare. But if you like that super heavy stuff, like if you like Orangutan, I feel like you'd like this. Orangutan was a huge hit that we did. Black Sabbath. There's a little bit of a Zeppelin vibe in there too. Jerusalem, stuff like that. So this is along the lines of all that stuff that I always talk about. But if this is on the website, I'm going to put all the links that I'm talking about. I'm going to pin it in the comments and put it in the description of this video so you'll know where to find everything. But this is on the website. This is one of our exclusives. Buying the exclusives are one way that you can really help us further what we're doing. And this is the one we just put out. A lot of them have already sold out. We just have a few. We have 3 in the store now. Another one is Stonewall. This is one, I can't believe it's still in stock. It's incredible. The originals of this they don't go for anything because they never come up for sale. But I think the last one that sold went for north of 15 grand. So it's super, super rare, but it's that heavy hard rock stuff that we love. This is on like a red and black vinyl. It's beautiful. This is up on the website as well. This is one of those highly recommended. The originals are literally impossible to find. And then the last one is Brotherhood of Peace Cut and Loose. We're kind of getting low on these. It's got like a gold and white vinyl thing. This is local from Mount Airy, North Carolina, where they filmed Andy Griffith Show, ironically. But this is a really good southern rock. It's got some good guitar solos. It even has a little bit of synthesizer in there. It's a cool record. But buying the exclusives are kind of a way that you can help, because all that kind of goes into the label pot. So we're raising money to get all this stuff pressed and all that stuff. So it's expensive. It's insane, but we're working on it. So the first record that we signed, I've talked about this probably the most, is Underground Fire. Great album. It's from right down the road. This album was pretty much, nobody knew about it. It's not in any of the Pecora books. It's not in the Endless Trip or Acid Archives or anything like that. This is nowhere. And we found it, and it's like really great, like psychedelic garage rock. It's fantastic. It's from Monroe. I grew up in Monroe as a kid, so that's really cool for me to be like our first contract that we signed with them. And so this is up on streaming. The link will be below, like I said, and so you can stream this now. The first time it's ever been available on streaming, and this is going to be the first vinyl reissue of this. So this has been kind of the hardest one to get done. We got the masters done, which took forever, and then the pressing plant that we were working with ended up shutting down before they finished it, and I didn't know they were going to be shutting down, so just kind of bad luck on that end. So we had to reroute and kind of start over with this one. So this one probably should already be out, but we just had some trouble. So that is the first one. This is such a great record that I'm so excited about. And I've talked about this a little bit. This is Dryewater. Fantastic hard rock from North Carolina. I was so thrilled to sign this because I've loved this record for so long. I've had a copy for years and years, and I was able to meet one of the only surviving members of the band and get it licensed. And so we got a sealed original copy, which is this. And we were going to do the masters off of the needle drop, but they ended up actually finding the master tapes. On the master tapes, there were some extended jam tracks. and then like an additional track that's never been before released. So all that is available on streaming now, and it's going to be available. It's going to be available on the reissue that we do. The reissue is going to have all the bonus stuff. So it's going to be the first time it's ever been like fully put out, all that stuff, and it's straight AAA from the tape. So I've got some videos coming of like videos of us cutting the lacquers and all that stuff. But I went to Salina, Kansas, and toured through QRP, and so they're doing the mastering, the lacquers, everything there at QRP. So it's going to be an audiophile reissue. One of the things we really want to focus on is putting out the best possible quality reissue, so the legacy of these albums are preserved and all that stuff. So that is a great one. Really, really, really excited about this release. I'm not sure, this one could be the first one that actually gets put on vinyl. Actually gets, because we already have the test pressings. This is the test pressing for it. So I'll show you. Just kind of exciting. We have test pressings for this one and the next one I'm going to talk about, but they're just like been really good over there at QRP. Really responsive, working very fast and efficient. Really excited about working with them because I feel like a lot of psych reissues don't really get the audiophile treatment. So I really want them to sound the best as possible. Same story with this. This is Yezda Urfa. This is an extremely rare record. The originals of this go for over $2,000. It's very, very rare. I'm really excited about this one. It's like a crazy prog record that it's like if I called it, somebody interviewed me recently and I called it Gentle Giant's evil twin brother. And that's what it's like. It's like Gentle Giant, but a little darker. It's really cool. I mean, the synthesizers are insane on this thing, but we actually did get the master tapes for this as well. They got restored. Matt Luthens is the mastering engineer, and he took it to Kevin Gray's studio to master it. So it was actually mastered at Kevin Gray's studio, but everything else was done at QRP. And it's just a phenomenal record that, like, so the originals, like I said, unfindable, over $2,000. And the reissues, there was a 2009 reissue. Those are going for over $150 too. So it's long out of print, long overdue for one. It's going to be AAA mastering, all that stuff. This is also up on streaming as well. Let's see. This is another one that I'm really excited about. This is George Brigman, Jungle Rot. Very rare record. Another one. These usually go for north of $1,000. At times it sounds a little bit like the Stooges, but it's got like really unique, heavy fuzz guitar solos. It's a mind-blowing record. It's absolutely fantastic. It's been out of print for a little while, and we actually have to meet George Brigman and all that stuff to get the contract signed. And it's top-notch psychedelic hard rock. It's phenomenal. I'm really excited about this one. We're going to be doing this one very soon on vinyl. And then we did, this is one I don't know that we've talked about much. This is Windflower Dreams. This is kind of some hippie rock from Pennsylvania. Really, really killer. We had to redo, we're going to be redoing the artwork because it's just kind of bland. So we will have a different cover art for it. But this is also, we just released this on streaming. It's up on streaming now. The links are all below. We're probably going to do like a smaller reissue of this one, but this is going to be a really cool one. I'm really excited about this one. It's got like crazy guitar solos and synthesizer solos, and it's just like this kind of hippie band from Pennsylvania. So that's a really cool one. And the one we just, the ink is barely dry on this one, and this is Genre, Commercial Success. This is probably the most unique album that we're going to be putting out so far, because it is, at certain times it's kind of hard rock, at certain times it's jazz rock, certain times it's just more jazz funk. So it's got like a real, if I had to nail it to one thing, I'd just say it's like, I'd say it's jazz funk fusion, I guess. But it's got some great jazz players on here. We licensed it through L.A. Jenkins, which is the guitar player. This is him right here. And he's been such a fun person to get to know and talk to. He's really excited about it. But he's a guitar player, and man, I'm telling you, unreal face-melting guitar solos on this thing. It is awesome. With some really killer jazz, like funk, organ slash synthesizer stuff on it. It's a wild trip. I couldn't even compare it to anything. So this is actually not up on streaming or anything. We just signed the contract for this, but I thought I'd let you guys know. So all that to say, we're doing things. I'm trying as hard as I can to get things done in a timely fashion. But one of the things I really wanted to do was to show you guys the process of how all this stuff happens. So I'm still like in the early stages of all this stuff. Like I've been getting things licensed and all that stuff, and then some of the records I like the genre one I just talked about. We just signed the contract for that, so we've still got some time before that actually ends up on vinyl. But some of the stuff like the Windflower Dreams, that's in the early stages. We just got the masters back for that. We just put it up on streaming. It's just in the very early phases. But stuff like Dryewater and Yes to Urfa, we already have test pressings for it, so we're a little bit farther on down. But I wanted to kind of give you guys a look behind the curtains to see what all the process was like and all that stuff, and just kind of take you along on the ride. So like I said, things are expensive, so any way that you can support, best way to do it is to buy these exclusives. These we teamed up with Garrison to do this Samuel Pro. This is a high quality reissue. It sounds fantastic. Heavy rock. If you like heavy rock, you can't go wrong with that one. Like I said, Brotherhood of Peace, local Southern rock, really good. Stonewall is, I think, an absolute must have. We paired up with Permanent Records to do this, Ride and Easy Records to do that. So we still do have some really exciting exclusives in the works that will be coming down the pike. But also along with the exclusives, we have our own independent label releases. So thank you guys for all your support and everything. I hope you guys are excited about it. We certainly are. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying these records, and stay tuned. We'll be doing more.